I just canceled my pest control service, and here's what I'm doing instead. So I'm not willing for someone to come spray chemicals in my yard, which might eventually get into my drinking water. Instead, I'm going to use a bunch of essential oils to spray around our yard to work as pest deterrents. This inspiration actually came from my husband at an outdoor wedding, and there were bugs everywhere. So him all ready for the wedding strapped on a backpack sprayer filled with all kinds of essential oils, and he sprayed it around as our guests were arriving. It worked very, very well. Ever since then, we just use our essential oils as our pest control. So today I'm going to show you what I'm spraying instead. First of all, you can use a backpack sprayer. For ease of showing you today, I'm just going to use a 1-gallon sprayer. And so you just need a gallon of water. So you're going to add a gallon of water to your sprayer. All of the bugs that we hate, spiders, mosquitoes, all the things that we don't like around our house, mosquitoes especially find you in one of two ways. They either find you from your body heat or from the carbon dioxide that you're exhaling. So most of the chemical repellents work by jamming up the mosquito's nervous system, but essential oils, they work a little differently. They work by confusing the mosquito's olfactory system. So then the mosquitoes literally can't find you. The CDC and EPA both recognize lemon eucalyptus as being as effective as a low concentration of DEET. So then we have lemongrass and citronella that's going to block their receptors. Cedarwood interferes with their breeding, and then geranium messes with their tracking. So stack the right oils in, get the right concentration, spray the right zones, and you've built an invisible fence around your house. So you've got no chemicals, no runoff, you're not harming the bees, and it's nothing your kids and pets can't be in. Okay, so let's continue making this backyard sprayer. So we have a gallon of water in there, and then you can use witch hazel or just a cheap vodka, whatever you have on hand. So you're gonna put a half a cup of vodka in there just to blend the essential oils throughout the water a little more evenly. We have 30 drops of lemon eucalyptus and 30 drops of lemongrass. And then we also need 30 drops of citronella. And then we're gonna do 20 drops of eucalyptus, 15 drops of peppermint. Spiders especially don't like peppermint. Ants as well aren't a fan of peppermint, and mice. And then we have 15 drops of geranium. All right, so once you have all those essential oils mixed in with your vodka or witch hazel and your water, you can screw the top of your sprayer back on, and then we will go outside and I'll show you how we spray it around the perimeter. So another part of repelling bugs, especially to keep those pesty things off of you, is to make your own personal bug spray. Essential oils are just as effective and safe on your skin that way. So what I do love is this fine mist bug spray. We aren't going to demo on how to do this, but we'll be sure to drop the recipe underneath this video so that you can make your bug spray. This is great for little ones as well, so it's a very safe recipe. Now, if you do get bit, if all of the things that we did still didn't quite manage to keep you from getting one bite, there is a couple things. We have a video in the past, I'll make sure it's linked up in here, where we make an anti-itch stick. This one's really nice because it's a little thicker, but we also have a roller recipe that you can apply as well. If you don't want to melt down some beeswax and make a stick like this, something that's really, really simple to have on hand is just a roller. You have a glass roller. You're going to need a little bit of fractionated coconut oil as the carrier oil, and then you're going to use these 3 oils. Lavender is going to work as an antihistamine. Tea tree is going to work against the bug's saliva to help keep that wound clean from the bite. Peppermint is going to give some instant cooling to the bite. So frankincense is really going to support the tissues so that it can heal up a little bit quicker. So we put those 4 oils in. We'll drop the recipe below, put it into the little roller bottle, fill that with fractionated coconut oil, keep that with you. It's kind of nice to keep all these things together, keep your bug spray and your little bug bite relief in the same place, either in a car or have it in a certain cabinet in your home. That way, if someone gets bit or needs the bug spray, they know right where to go instead of running out without it. Okay, so if you like to garden, a couple bonus plants that you can plant around your home just to deter the bugs naturally are your marigolds, basil, lavender, lemon balm, mints as well. I will caution you with peppermint, spearmint, those types of mints. I love them, even like the chocolate mint, the orange mint. They spread, so I always like to put them in a pot. That way they don't take over my entire flower bed or garden. Some of those plants will be an additional benefit for you to have around your home. So not only are you keeping the kids, the grandkids, the animals safer and bug-free, you're also going to be saving a lot of money. These oils can work for your bug spray, can work for your house spray, and they can also work if you do get a bug bite. And don't forget to check below this video for all of the recipes. And if you can give us a like, a subscribe, that helps us to bring health and wellness to more people.